wasn't it?
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, you have to roll that 20 to find out. So,
3.
10.
nah, not today, not this episode. Hi, we're back for another episode. This is episode, it'll be 11 and 12 for you guys, really. And, beefy recap incoming. So, I hope you're ready for the charades. Without any further ado, let these guys get warmed up now.
Yeah.
Sounds like 2 syllables.
Yeah.
So, last time we left off, we started with a scene of your party being beared down upon by a green dragon. And a confrontation of sorts begins. Ron starts to negotiate in Trump speak. The dragon partially believes Ron, thankfully, and their version of events of what happened at the Grung village, and resulted in this dragon's sibling perishing. The dragon proceeds to inquire about why the party were in their territory to begin with.
This is America.
Yes, not that you're going to America, but if you were going to Galtor, which brings up questions in its own. What is Galtor? And the dragon brings up the dragon families when the volcano that you are making your way to, and they mention that it's probably one of the other families that may be involved. The entity on Brinsnat 20 explains some of the knowledge around these dragon families and who this one belongs to. The dragon then asks where they were from, a camp mayhaps. He wants to see what state his territory is in since his slumber due to the dormancy. Runt gives a flippant answer on where their camp is and manages to fool the dragon and convince him to give the party a lift in exchange of taking them to their camp. We find out how this ruse goes as Runt points in a direction that is not camp. We find out minutes later, dragon flying no go so well when they fell off as soon as the dragon attempted to take off. As they do try and remount, another shadow dotted the sky, and a smaller in stature dragon, followed by a lightning bolt, hits the side of this green dragon. A battle ensues, and the champions use this to make a getaway. You forgot that's what you were called. It's a getaway, as you notice this dragon has entered the scene with a bronze sheen on its scales. The party runs into the nearby jungle canopies, trying to hide from the green dragon after it wins over the bronze dragon, you assume from its victory roar. And it asks you as it flies over the canopy, chasing after you guys, asking, why are you running? Take me to your camp. Really insisting on this. The party is nearly found, if not for Virko's Nat 20 stealth check, and the dragon passes over, and you use this opportunity to head back and hunt for dragon parts, whatever is left of this other dragon. They find not just dragon parts, but new fun experiences, such as us rolling 4 wild magic rolls. And of course it goes off, of course it does, but not in the way we've seen it before, as the unimaginable happens, gravity is reversed. In this case, reverse gravity, a 7th level spell slot. And thankfully these guys were roped together, and they are outside. It could have been bad. And this, by the skin of their teeth, and again, Virko saves the day, once again, by grabbing part of the golden road. What can I say? Give this guy a raise.
I tried to. He resisted.
I think that was the healing. And fun fact, by the way. Fun fact, just a fun fact, just intermediate, like a little insert fun fact. You know wild magic?
Yeah.
Not voluntarily dropped. You can't technically.
Oh.
No, because it's wild magic.
Oh.
It's wild. You don't control. You can't.
Whoops.
But well, it was still funny. We got the bit. And
It's all for the bit.
it was all for the bit, and that is what I'll
Very
say.
honest.
Very honest for the bit. So that was funny as I was doing the recap for this. The following day, yeah. So you survived by the skin of your teeth. And we moved to the end of this swampy valley to enter better pastures and onto level 6 as well. And once we returned the following day, Bryn discovers the power of sending, proceeding to melt Darius's brain with spam messages littered with occasional important information. Luckily, the green dragon did not make a reappearance just yet. And you feed the information about said dragon to Darius. You guys hike up one of the mountainsides to get a better view of this new surrounding area. And you get a more full image of the volcano. You can see the lava that pours down its sides. Unfortunately, you can't see the base of it as it's still too hard to make out with all the still abundancy of natural obstacles in your way. To make its way down, Bryn decides to take the express route via Shield as a toboggan. It goes as well as you think, hitting several rocks and boulders on the way down, and Runt turns vehicle into a giant pack mule to carry him down.
Into a vehicle.
Off-road. 4x4. When you pass into the grasslands, you hear what sounds like hyenas. Coming out of the tall grass, you encounter a pack and their leader of gnolls, a kind of demonic hyena offspring of the demon lord Yenogu. They don't hesitate to instantly attack you on sight, and battle commences. Spears begin to fly from the gnolls, and at the behest of the commander, Bryn produces spirit guardians in the form of confused Dariuses, and spells and weapons coming from all directions. And one gnoll does use this opportunity to escape the slaughter. The party look at a war banner that is left behind. The colours of the scheme with like a staggered, like crack looking like the earth splitting, with colours of flames surrounding it. You also notice on the body of these gnolls after you defeated them a common theme of burn marks, as if to mark them by identity to the kind of group and the warband they're a part of. The party feels good about their abilities and eventually find a space in one of the many fields and sleep amongst the tall grass. And you are met with a starry evening, a lovely summer warmth passing over you all. Runt decides to make a ghillie suit from the tall grass and disappears. Bryn sends more sendings to Darius, but also to Tharsiri. The mind flayer they encountered back in the maze of the Clouded Mind. And Siri does respond and makes a call out to not Siri, Tharsiri. Siri's activated. And anyway, Tharsiri tempts you and to kind of insult you really at your strength, and it's only building because of the spirit which resides within you. And asks you to ask the questions if he's involved with the volcano in person. The spirit advises him not to do so. The spirit also reveals, as he takes over Bryn's body, to finally have the conversation that was so quickly cut off by the green dragon they encountered, and reveals that this spirit, or the spirit's claims to be Runt's father, which is weird coming from Bryn's mouth. The spirit calls himself Azariel, which speaks to some truth of what your mother had said. They speak of the old gods rising. He mentions he is a solar, a form of angel, but was born human, achieving this process by another means. Reveals effectively to almost say that man made God, not the gods made man. Tharsiri, we kind of discover also has ties to potentially these old gods, the not so nice ones. And the spirit also mentions, Azariel, mentions a object that helped shape the gods, the Godstone, which fell from space, and mentions that they were part of the Galtor Council, where this energy was first attempted to be harnessed. He was killed in the process of his trial, whatever that means. The name he gives is Pyros. He is death, he is flame, he is destruction, he is necromancy. I believe he has something to do with the volcano. The party remembers that chronomancy is something that doesn't exist in this world of ours. Lost 3,000 years ago, from a time that Azariel says he is from, and in some ways so is Runt. And Runt was sent through a gateway.
Respect your elders!
And was sent through a gateway he had built, but in prototype. But the lab was destroyed, he believes, based in the depths of Galtor. He points or in this case, Bryn, pointed to a northeasterly direction, asking the party asks where the city lies, which they respond at the center of the continent. Bryn popping in and out of control of his body in the conversation between the father and son, because. The Lord job was ultimately delivered by the GM, and Vieko just standing there wondering what the fuck was happening. We now find ourselves in the following morning as dawn breaks. What would you like to do?
Respect!
That's a long ass summary. I told you it was long.
Ooh. Should we stop there?
Yeah, let's take a break. That was a lot for me.
And that is the break.
Yeah.
Right, so what were we doing?
Well,
We're playing
Can
D&D.
you just remind me what we were doing?
Yeah, so let me start again.
No.
there we go. There it is.
It's a character thing, yeah.
Yes, I've replaced my cloak with my ghillie suit,
Yeah.
which you can't see because it's a ghillie suit.
And also, if you guys have access to Discord, I'm going to send you a little something that Vieko has put together overnight.
From Rome.
And funnily enough, it's on that.
Oh!
Yes.
Look, it's going to appear.
It will appear
Right
for
here.
you guys.
Whoever-
Discord, which is now.
Now, we'll expose it!
Whatever
Okay.
absolute legend is editing
Yes.
this, we'll put it here. And they would have to be a legend.
Right in front.
Right here. Yeah.
It's now your face.
What you've got to do now is put it somewhere sensible, and then when I do that,
Yeah.
So I've sent it into the
There we
Prosanity
go.
Discord General.
I'm just
Can
gonna
you have a quick look?
I'm
You may
gonna
borrow.
look on my phone because it's not.
Yes.
I'm gonna look on your phone.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah.
You can see marked where Strider's Bay is, where the Maze of the Cloud of Mind is.
Okay.
And you also, they've made a kind of reference to where the Green Dragon was sighted and made a kind of rough kind of flight area that it may be in. Also where you destroyed the Grung village
Yes.
and the golden arches you left behind.
A little above table thing because
Yes.
it's funny, right? Now I suspect this is a nice little example of the north-south divide, in that I had always assumed that we'd landed in the south and were going north, but here we've clearly landed in the north and are going south, which is the difference between living in southeast England and living in Scotland. Well, obviously you start in the north because that's where you are.
Yes!
What I'll do for you, John,
Now he gets it! No.
in the edit, I'm gonna switch it. I'm gonna reverse it 180 for us.
Look, what is direction?
Yeah.
Not
But
a choice
perspective.
in naming.
What's the little circle? Oh, Dragon Danger.
Yeah, it's like a little legend thing he's added to.
Okay.
These are just kind of
Dragon
drawings.
Danger. I get you. Right. I thought it was
And
like.
the ring that's there, big one is anticipated flight path.
Gotcha.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
which you've seen as well.
Or
Yes. Or
right here.
Right here.
so this has kind of been the area and journey so far. And Virgo is like me nothing.
What? Wow.
He instantly goes into a rage. Do you do this? This is how we're starting this?
Ending.
Yeah, bending. I see the red, like his sort of like his face just turns full red. Because I've thrown it behind me, and as it's flapping in the wind, I've grabbed it again and gone bending. There you go. Good job. Aren't you a good vehicle?
Oh, I didn't realise this vehicle had GPS.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just going to stop asking because it just. I ask these things and why you say these words that make no sense, and you know what? I just think you're crazy. So
I'm very old.
I'm gonna leave you to it.
I'm very old.
How you know? What? I'm older than you. What are you talking about?
No, I'm older than the world.
How you not dead?
That's a good question. I asked myself that just tonight because I just found out. But like, it's true.
Oh, this is a recent development. Wait, is that some of the crazy stuff from last night? You guys were talking to yourselves. You did a different voice.
Yeah, I was just playing around.
He's a very talented voice actor. Do you know what? We've got a Mac. We've got a voice actor. We could play a game.
Why would you want?
Shall we play a game?
Yeah.
Why would you want to do the voice acting?
I've heard of a really good game actually we can play.
Mmm.
It's about. So it's set in this olden times world, right? Kind of like what we're in right now, and and there's dungeons.
Do you mean a modern world?
The modern world, yeah. It's set in the modern world. Yeah. There's Dungeons and
Oh.
Dragons. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Oh.
It's called Lasers and Feelings. And it.
Oh, do you know what? I've heard of a futuristic game
Yes.
set in a future world. It's called Shoppers and Computing.
Diego has already packed his stuff and started walking through the tunnel.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, but you want to play Shoppers and Commuting?
You don't win.
No.
You just see the gap of like where he's broken through the tall grass.
Yeah.
And he's just stunned.
I suppose follow that vehicle.
My character's level 19 in debt.
Wow.
We might have to make this a thing.
Wow.
This has happened before.
You've been here.
This is the natural evolution of dick-compliant human man.
Yeah.
His descendants are now just in debt. That's the game.
Well, you might be in some more debt, but first I need you to roll me a d6 for this next day of travel. Now within a new environment.
I've just realised what we call it as well. Dick compliant broken man.
Emotionally as well as financially.
That was a 6.
Oh, that was a 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's debt compliant, but is he debt compliant?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you've gone for the day's travel, all of you make perception checks for me, please.
Okay. It's a 20, not a 6.
It's terrible.
That is 12 plus. I perceive. I observe. 15.
15? Okay. Oh. Okay. With a 15,
I'm busy playing the
you smell
shots
something burning.
My shop is on fire!
Is that bacon? Go on.
Is it bacon? Roll an insight check. Insight into the smell.
Yeah.
Is it bacon or is it not?
That's 12. Yeah, plus. Where's my insight? Oh, bloody hell. It's 17.
17. It's definitely not bacon.
Okay.
It smells like a mix of wood, maybe vegetation, that kind of musty smell.
Okay, so greenery stuff. I'm not into my broccoli at the moment, but I'll give it a go.
And on that, last roll me a history check with advantage.
Yeah, that's a 2. Go for a history now. Got 0 now. Whoa, that was a 19. That was a 2, so I'll take the 19, please.
19 total.
Yeah.
You realise, of course, you have a look around. You're in the tall grass, and you remember you didn't put out the fire.
Oh shit!
As now a wildfire has started behind your party.
Okay.
And
Frost.
Oh, that's a good call.
we'll
Actually.
definitely play that.
Rose.
But you are completely surrounded by tall grass, and it's dry around here.
Oh no.
So what I'm going to need you to do is we've got 3 rounds, and we've got a couple of checks to make. So I need you all to roll me a dex save.
Okay. Dexterity. It's not going well. It's
So if you find inventive ways to try and deal with the wildfire, like Ravenfrost, I'll give you advantage.
Frost. That is a 16.
16? Okay. Do you want to roll with advantage if you're going to use Ravenfrost?
Oh, sure. That is a 16.
16. What'd you get? Sorry, Bryn?
7.
7. Okay. And then for vehicle? Okay. So you cast Raymond Frost and you, vehicle, start running ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Also.
Unfortunately,
Oh no.
we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
And unfortunately, Bryn slips on the Raymond Frost. It does stop the direction right behind you, but of course the wildfire is going around and is potentially going to trap you off for the rest of your party. I will also, it is still, the flame starts to lick your feet. I need you, you will take
My feet, they're my best.
4 points of fire damage.
No!
not the further
My
march.
foot.
We had a long rest, didn't we?
Yes.
Thank God for that. Now,
Now wild magic.
yes.
We are currently at,
That's
refresh,
really
actually.
high. That's 18.
But we might not be fresh.
Um,
Right, 18, so wild magic.
it's at this point I realised that
Yeah.
pushing my cleric into sort of necromancy and fire
Yes.
does leave me a little open to when there's a fire. Because I have 0 spells. No, actually that's a bad idea. I'll tell you the idea I was going to do, which is I was going to use thaumaturgy
Yes.
to try and blow it out. However, as we know so well, that adding additional air to a fire might cause bigger problems, so I'm not going to do that. I could make the flames change colour. I don't see how that's in any way useful.
I mean, if you want, you could argue that it makes it. I mean, you could see it just as equally depending on what.
I could make it brighter or dimmer as well. Yeah.
But that's in brightness, not in heat.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
True. I could. Ooh, yeah. None of this is doing a lot for me. I might use my.
The light cleric.
Yes.
And fire.
I'm in a little bit of trouble here. I could cast light.
You're like the dog. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like in the name.
I could cast mending, which won't do anything, but it'd be hilarious. But actually, I'd cast
Mending on your leg.
Yeah. I think the most obvious thing to do is to run away, and I do have my boots of call and awesome, so that does get me ahead quite nicely. So I get to move 1.5 times.
Okay. If you want to do that, I will say it'll give you advantage on this next check.
Yes.
Okay.
Love it. I like to run away from my problems.
Right. So as you get away and you're running around, you see Bryn going ah! Like touching your feet, trying to put them out. As you look back, you see the flames. You know, wildfires. They are quick. They are quick to start and quick to burn their way through things, especially when it's dry. and it is just rushing up behind you guys as it's just burning everything from behind you. I need you another round of deck saves, please.
Can I continue to Raymond?
You can continue the Raymond if you want the advantage.
Yes, please. It's my level.
It comes with its own danger, of course.
Of course, but that would be really fun.
Yeah, it'd be funny.
13.
13. Okay.
I got an 8 this time. That's one better than
Okay.
last time.
Vehicle will also.
Ooh. You're bad.
So, what will happen here is, everybody takes
Oh, good.
10 points of fire damage.
I am resistant to fire.
So you take half.
Are you?
Yep. I'm tiefling.
Would my cleric be resistant to fire, seeing as that I
Not at
should-
this juncture,
No.
unless it states.
Yeah, fair point. No. 10, did you say?
10, yeah.
Jeez, Rick.
Vehicle will also take 10.
Jeez.
Okay.
Now, would making more fire be a good idea? I could do
well,
that.
I mean, you can argue firefighters do that. They start anew to cut off the other ones so it has nothing left to burn. So they do controlled fires.
Do you think I can do a controlled fire?
Let's go find out. But first, wild magic.
Go. Let's do it. It's
You're
gonna
trying
be
to...
fine. I assume let's go 100 foot.
13.
13, okay.
100 foot
We're
in the
now
air?
up to 3.
100 foot in the air would help right now.
Yes. I do have one thing I can do.
Oh, I don't. I have nothing.
We come to the last round here.
Oh, do I save my powder? Or should I just do it?
Now this will, depending if you succeed or fail, will depend if you stay in the wildfire or not.
Right.
Okay.
Otherwise you'll spend another round here.
Twin spell.
Okay, twin spell.
Haste. On him and on the vehicle.
Okay. Fantastic. So what does that look like when you cast haste?
I'm like, hurry up! Smack!
And they just go boom, and you just like, and I'll say just for the bit, you zoom. This will give you advantage. So let's do our rolls first. Deck saves.
Do I? As I have also,
You also
the
have
boots.
advantage on deck save.
So I've got my boots already, which
Yeah.
gave me advantage. So does this give me 2 advantages?
No.
No, so that round you were jumping.
Ah, okay,
so
gotcha.
you're in. You've just landed.
Gotcha.
So we're treating this like 6 seconds,
Okay.
and he's just giving you a nice little
Yeah. Whee!
extra boost.
Now you're a rocket.
Yep. So you just landed. So advantage to the vehicle as well. He's going to roll. Oh, great, fantastic.
It's still not going that well. I got a 12, which is still definitely better than the
Is
last
that including your save? Was that just on the die, or is that
one. That was, yeah, that
total?
yeah, it's total. Great, yeah, that's it.
12.
6.
With a nat 20 vehicle go flying
okay.
out, and he just.
He has become vehicle.
Yes, yes. Yeah, fire truck. So fire engine. So he has managed to get out to the other side unscathed, looking back to unfortunately see the fire has now cut you two off, and you will also take. That is 11 points, 5 for you.
Balls.
Rounding down. You now will spend another here as you're currently cut off and the flames have surrounded you. And the only way to get out here is to succeed on the check.
All right.
But first, wild magic.
This will be fun. 8.
8, okay, we're up to 4 now. Fire burning all around you.
Well, I'm definitely going to use my boots for cool and awesome again. Because they're both cool and awesome.
Okay.
You're
so-
still hasted.
Yeah, so I
Oh no, I took damage. Hang on. I need to do a concent.
Oh yeah, concentration please.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not high, still, you just need to get 10.
12.
Yeah, you're fine. Great, so you still concentration, so you could just...
Leap out, I'm
You
assuming.
could flavor it as both, it's totally fine.
Yeah.
You will get advantage on this.
Cool.
What are you doing?
Gotta wait for him to go.
Okay.
Then I'll leave.
Okay.
Thank God I've got another roll, because that was a nat one. Hey, so that's 13. That is still slightly better than the last one.
13 total.
13 total.
You go to jump out and leave,
And
but you land in a different part of the wildfire as the smoke obscures your direction of jump.
I'm gonna die.
We'll do whatever you're going to do, and then we're going to roll the associated damage.
Right.
Okay, I'm not going to do it yet.
How am I going to die to fire when in the
Would be
it would be mad.
would be
Beautiful.
It'd be a beautiful.
I'm going to Raymond. I'm going after him.
Yeah. You see him go to jump, and I think you're still not used to being hasted.
Yeah.
So your timing trajectory is completely off.
Yeah.
And you actually jump off of one leg instead, so it's then rather direct. You go whoop, and you just go to another patch that is currently on fire.
Right.
So you're gonna go after him.
Mhm.
And you're gonna Raymond your thrust away.
I'm going to Raymond the path.
Okay, so you are also choosing to be here. So
I am.
if that's the case, I would probably class this as an auto fail. If you're
Yeah.
choosing to stay in, you're actively choosing to stay in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. In that case,
Can I do something to reduce damage based on, like, give him resistance based on Raymonding around?
I'll tell you what. If you can hit him with the Raymond first, you can.
Oh,
You will take additional damage, but I'll say the next amount of damage, if you take it.
It's like, oh,
No, this damage you're about to take, I'll let you, and you're also technically carving yourself a path, but also hitting him. So I'll say if you can roll and hit him, what's your AC?
Yes.
Your armor class is
It's 18.
18. And if you'll not take as much damage here, because you'll be cooled off.
20. That's 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. So technically, you also take, I'll say, it's a mix of this. Because technically it is an attack, which does harm. So, and then also damage with the fire. But I'll say, depending on how much,
This might be a lot more damage than.
I'll say if
It's how
I'll tell you what. I'll roll. I'm rolling the fire damage now. I rolled the fire damage. If it supersedes the damage of the fire is not applied.
Okay.
Okay,
I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
sure. 3.
Okay, so you take 3 of ice and 3 of fire.
Oh,
You would
ice
have
and
took 6.
fire.
You would have took.
Oh.
And you will take 3 fire.
So what?
No, that's me half of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm now down to half the hit points I had at the
Yep.
start. So that's good.
You
That's a good
are
place to be.
suffering extra burns.
Oh, I'm both cold and hot. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to shiver and be
Which is now melting.
Yeah.
The intensity of the heat here.
Yeah.
We are now in another round. You can use a vehicle. Stop fucking around! Get out of
I
there!
need an emergency vehicle.
Can you imagine he's just outside watching,
yeah.
and there's this weird fucking grasshopper just going,
Yeah.
and he's like, come back!
It's like you let loose your pet grasshopper. Seems like a little burst of ice.
Yeah.
It's a really other chunk of videos. Okay, we're in the new round. How are we getting out of this, guys?
I'm waiting for him to get the fuck out so I can leave.
You're still rolling with advantage. You're still hasted.
Yeah, why not? Let's give
Is
it
he?
another go.
Is he?
Yeah. Alright, why not? Let's get it done. Let's get out. Oh, that's a good one.
okay,
That was-
okay.
I will say before whatever happens here, roll a wild magic because you did the Raymond Frost.
Yeah.
Yes. So you succeeded. What'd you get?
I got 16.
Imagine those
You do pass.
Yeah,
That is a pass. You get out, but let's see what happens here.
I don't
So,
move.
wild
and then-
magic. I'm finally free. You see
Yeah.
You see green pastures.
Yeah. I can see.
You look back at Runt.
Yeah, but I'm just
You
about
see-
to get out.
Something's
Yeah.
starting to build.
The
His eyes start to glow.
Yeah.
30, I think that was 31. I'm going to re-roll the second one because I
30. Oh,
fudged it.
that sounds like a bad number.
I think it is a bad number, but I rerolled it as 33.
That's a worse number.
I think it was 31 and I fudged it onto 34. And then I rerolled it as 33. So you choose. It's one of those.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna hold on for a second. I don't know what it is, but we need to hold on for a second. So, what are you going to do to leave?
He's out.
He's out.
Misty Step.
Misty step.
That's a good idea.
I'm trying to wonder how I can thematically add this. I think we'll just it'll just be fun. It's not gonna do anything too crazy, but it's funny. So what's gonna happen is as soon as you do that, do Misty Step. In doing so, as he gets to the other side, you walk with a whole chunk of the tall grass with you.
Mm-hmm.
As around you, you just like you carve out a whole circle of this burning wildfire into the other side.
Oh, okay.
And you just like still just kind of burning. you got out, but you brought some of it with you. Because technically it's maximized the damage on next damage spell, but it's like, but I just played it as a thematical thing.
Okay.
Because it's only lasts for a minute. So I just thought it maximized the Misty Step. So what would that look like? A vacuum in space and just
Just come out and just like,
I'm fine! Still burning.
I'm a killing suit.
Vehicle comes over and just kind of brushes you off.
Ouch.
Yeah, ouch here, I see.
Yeah,
I could mend your ghillie suit, that helped.
You sleep again.
Yeah.
that's a good point. Your ghillie suit would have, if you're wearing it,
Yeah, I was.
that would have burned up
No.
for sure.
No. I'm
No
gonna
matter
get,
how long.
I'm gonna get the little
You
tiny
could
bits
bend
left.
it if you wanted to be
Little
nice.
tiny bits left
Yeah.
of that. Mending.
You spend a whole short rest if you want to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I don't know, would you like to take a short rest from your...
Yes, please.
Probably.
Thank you. Will the fire catch us if we do that? I'm just gonna light a new one. It's fine.
No, no.
Oh, thank God for the short rest. Jeez.
So roll whatever hit die you like to try and regain some health. As you take this time to cool off. But this, the field that you've left behind is totally just like in flames.
Yeah, it's fine. Nobody cares.
Well,
Whoops.
Vehicle turns to everybody and goes, "Who didn't put out the fire?" The captain.
It's you, vehicle.
The thing is, we don't know who didn't. So I'm just going to, as fun, we're going to rollies this. Whoever gets lowest is the one that...
D20?
Yeah, D20. What'd you roll?
2.
8.
Yeah, it was you.
That tracks.
Yeah, that checks. Yeah. He goes, you like fire is like your thing.
Yeah, but I can't put it out, as you can tell. You know, that's
The very value, you just make more.
yeah. That's how it works. It's good fun.
I want to go home.
Yeah.
this is not, it's
No.
not nothing. This is not glory. This is...
Nobody is stopping you. Nobody is ever stopping.
Look, I kind of have a job to do, so yes.
Right. I think it's sending time.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Dear Darius,
Yes.
Vehicle has told us he wants to come home. We also want him to come home.
You got 7 more.
Okay.
If you want. You don't have to.
Let's find a way to.
That's fine, wait. That's
No, yeah, let's find a way to send him home.
it. Hey! Perfect. You go. He stays on mission with you. End of story. Message me when you have something important. I'm in Virko's voice. I'm in Virko's voice.
Yeah.
Tell me when. Tell me when you have something useful. So he keeps it very short and punctual.
Dear Dad, no.
Okay. We carry on with the rest of your day. Is there anything you want to do during your short rest outside of healing yourself, or would you like to just sally forth?
I'll be fixing my ghillie suit.
Yeah.
I'll help out with a bit of mending as well.
Yes. Yes. I think it's only fair.
Yeah.
So, we eventually get to the end of the day. So, and you are just literally at this point, you are just an open expanse. No more kind of tall grass. It is literally just a huge expanse. And just before the kind of, there's like rows of these tall grasses, like a vegetation untamed in some areas which are just not growing. Which is interesting because it's almost like these maybe there's something to say these were maybe used for old farming lands. The way it's structured and where the tall grass, where there's maybe something rich, maybe it was developed over the way and then over the years it's just kind of been left untamed. You find this open patch and you are just in the open when it starts to get darker. So at this point you may take a long rest if you want to, or if there's anything you want to do in camp, and also if there's any watches you would like to do.
I'm gonna take Fluffy Boy for a walk. He's been in the pack for a long time now. He's been there for a very long time, for about 6 episodes.
Just kind of crawls out.
Just flops onto the floor. Come on then, walkies. I'm just dragging him along behind
Just kind of snails.
Ah, that's brilliant. Right.
And yeah, that's funny. Mm-hmm. And roll a. What's your passive perception?
Oh, that
It's on your
is.
sheet there.
Yes,
on
it
the left-hand
is.
side.
There it is, 13.
13. He was obviously lying kind of on the floor and you were playing along. Then suddenly he's just. You turn around for 1 second and he's suddenly upright.
Ooh.
And he's just like. Oh.
Okay. Can I?
Being so tired and then he's just flipped up.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I sort of look in the direction he's looking and
Make a perception check.
I observe once again?
I mean, initially it doesn't look like he's anyway. He's looking at something, felt like something's happened.
18.
18. You
Oh.
swear you see many roots. Go back to here.
Could I?
Around. Go for it.
Could I grab my thing?
Yes.
Cast light. Use it as a light.
It's still technically, it's dusk.
Okay.
It's
So
still
it's not-
light enough, but if you want to, you can also just for the extra light. If you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and you just see the ends of, you swear you see like roots going back together, and then the earth suddenly goes, closes itself up.
Ooh. Can I investigate?
Where, yeah, you can go to the spot, and as far as you can see, it's as if roots never grew here.
Ooh. Been on the drink again. Okay. Okay, I think I'll go back to camp, dragging Fluffy Boy behind me. Yeah, and and I will tell the rest of the guys about it, and you know, we were doing our watches tonight. Just be careful. Maybe I'll leave this light on, you know, for the entire night, so that it's.
Okay. Little nightlight.
Yeah, I get scared in the dark anyway, so yeah, I'll light another fire.
Yeah.
And then yeah.
Okay, dex save?
Yeah.
All right. So, who is going to be doing the watches?
I'll do one, might as well.
Okay. Roll a. First of all, Who rolled the d6 last time?
I did.
Can you roll me a d6, please?
6.
Let's
Points of damage.
see. Okay. Do one more.
So 2d6. 5.
So, first what perception? Yes, all of the different types. Actually, it's just T-Man. So, you rolled what on perception?
I got. Oh, I didn't roll it yet.
You haven't rolled it yet?
That'd be useful, wouldn't it? Wow. 21. That's a dirty 21.
21.
Dirty.
With light, as it's gotten dark, you notice not too far off, you see a kind of something shiny sticking out the ground near one of the kind of the next stage of tall grass. Yeah, you just see a reflection, and you also, I would say, you'll see maybe some what looks like some old brick,
Brick.
but it's rusty.
Oh. Again, can I have a little investigate?
Yeah. As you go over to the kind of next launch of tall grass, you notice that there's like a partially just mostly, I mean, this thing's mostly submerged in the earth, but you see like a golden hand-arm gauntlet thing, and you see kind of bits of like, it seems to be golden bricks just dotted around the area as almost like impact rather than built like the road you've seen.
Okay.
I mean, at this point you'll notice the road is actually the thing Virgo's been using to follow. It's still going in the direction that you go in the volcano and using it as a natural kind of maybe, where does this take us? Is this a natural, well, not a natural, but is this an old man-made route?
Sure.
But it's actually, it's almost like it hasn't come from this, it's impacted
Okay.
as if from a great height.
Right. Ooh. Now, you said it was a gauntlet?
Yes.
Yeah. Does it look like it's just double checking? It's not attached to something or someone.
Well, investigation check.
Okay. Right. It's a 9.
Can't be sure.
I'll give it a fist bump.
The thought passes your mind.
Yeah. yeah.
What would you like to do with this information this fine?
Fist bump.
Okay, after the fist bump,
Ah, okay. Is it pick upable?
you can attempt to pick it up, yeah.
I will make it pick upable then.
Okay, roll me a strength check.
Ooh. 6.
You tell me. It's not like it is stuck in there.
What if I'd have said, oh yeah, just pick it up? Yeah, fair enough. What about the bricks around it? Do they seem like they could move? Like you sort of said.
Yeah, they actually come away quite easily.
Okay, fair enough.
As if they were, like, as I say, built in. This is like, you can see there's like small craters they're in. So it's like in the earth. It takes a little, like, low resistance, but they come out the earth.
Why not? Might as well. Oh, just grab those.
You're gonna grab those?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So there's only a handful here. Roll me a d4.
Yeah. 2, 4. There's a handful of 4.
There's 4.
Yeah.
Okay. They're about 100 gold each.
Yay! I'm a winner.
Ooh.
Thank you.
But the gauntlet, of course, is still in the earth. You've picked up these golden bricks. Is there? Are you going to tell the others? Keep it to yourself.
I need the strongest party member available. What?
I mean, if you want to, you could be the next one that goes and watch, and as you
Sure.
transfer a watch, you can show him this.
See that?
No.
Do that.
Okay.
No questions asked.
You can take Fluffy Boy with you if you want.
Is Fluffy Boy okay? Is Fluffy Boy okay?
Fluffy Boy is just like, it's just there. You know how chihuahuas, they're just shaking.
Yeah. He's seen things.
He's traumatized.
Oh, brilliant.
Roll me a perception.
Yes. Ooh. Perception is 17.
17.
Pretty good for me.
He seems to be sleeping on a bed of roots.
Do they look like normal ones? Like,
Just
do I remember them being there before?
roll me a history, just to remember something.
That's a 7.
7. Sure.
He looks. Oh, that's nice. He looks really peaceful. Anyway,
just kind of picked a little spot
Yeah.
that happened to be there. Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
this gauntlet. Can I go and look at this gauntlet?
Yes, you can. What sort of what are you looking for in terms
So-
of obtaining from this gauntlet? What information are you trying to glean?
Can I? Is it magical?
Do you have any sort of detect magic or anything like that, or? I mean, you can roll Arcana, but it will be a high DC without an additional.
I'll do Arcana.
Yeah.
I'll just.
Observe.
12.
12.
That's nice.
Oh, isn't it lovely?
I will say that I'll give you this. You're not sure if it's magical, but I'll say based on its kind of design, it's been designed with an arcanist way of thinking.
Oh, okay.
That's very vague, but that's all I can give you.
Okay. So it has some like. It has a magical intention.
To a degree, but you
Okay.
can't apprehend at this moment.
How big is it? like a normal
Compared to
person?
you, I mean, Brenda's like a normal arm, but it's like maybe because someone like Virgo who's pretty, But actually, you're thinking of it, and it's I'll say another thing as well. It is almost. It's big as in. I will let you roll an investigation.
Okay.
I'll let you roll this. This is because this is from a kind of rather than a magical perspective. This is just from a knowledge perspective.
Come on. Ooh, 19.
19 with 19. This isn't. It's looks like it's meant to replicate human physique, but it's very mechanical
Okay.
in nature. It's not something that you're kind of used to seeing. I'll say that you've in your past have gone by in Portjar. You have been a street urchin. You have gone by window shops, and you do see like places that have sold like artifacts of the kind. And this is something that is rare,
Okay.
and it's just sticking in the ground.
Is it stuck at like vertically upwards? Or
It's
is
almost like it's trying to reach for something.
Okay. Uh-oh. Can I dig away at the earth around it and just like,
Yeah,
just like try and reveal
you
more
sure
of it?
can. Okay. Go for it. I'm going to say that it will take you your obviously the time for your watch to do.
Okay.
I will also say roll
I-
perception with disadvantage because you are partially focusing on this job.
Can I, to try and speed things up?
You're gonna haste yourself.
No, I'm going to alter self.
Oh,
Give myself a little scoop.
Oh, yeah, I think this will
Counts.
definitely. So I'll say this cancels out your disadvantage because you're not putting everything into this.
Turn yourself into
You kind of just, as you're doing this, you're still meant to be on watch, of course.
Mhm.
So I'll just say roll perception as part of your watch now, as straight.
That was cocked.
Roll again.
Perception 16.
16. Okay. Cool. So as you're uncovering this, it starts to take a shape, and as you get to the torso of this thing,
So it's a whole thing.
you see it is not. It looks like it's trying to resemble a human, but it is more of kind of like it's a bit more bulky, a bit more kind of industrially shaped, and you get a partial look in the face, and it is looking again meant to resemble human, but it is again very kind of there's still that metal forged in metal aesthetic, like black, almost blacksmithy, like like it's been forged by hands.
Also.
Yep.
17.
17. We're starting again. Anyways.
Yeah. It would have been real funny.
You made a hole so you can see what you think, but you also destroyed it. Right. So
And you made a bigger hole.
yes, it's just a crater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excavating this thing now, basically.
Yeah, you've partially cleared it as you come to the end. Not fully, because you are just.
So I can see. So it's a whole body.
Yes, it's about twice the height of you. You're
That's
anticipating.
fucking tall.
Yeah.
That's 10 foot.
Yeah.
And that's nearly 11 foot. Return.
Yes.
Okay. And this thing is okay. So I can see its face. It's humanoid looking. It's some
Yeah.
sort of.
Again, you're just getting. You got harm. You've partially revealed like half it here, and you're just kind of gotten to its hip here.
Okay.
The way it's
Do I
on is kind of
know-
at an angle.
Do I know about automatoks?
Roll me history.
Come on, big man. 9.
We've already stated that you've probably seen this as a rare artifact, but the fact is, you have no understanding of what it is. You just whoa, as a kid, you saw this big shiny object, but now you've seen it again, and you understand the rarity of this thing. But the fact is, a whole body attached to the arm, rather than see it like on the display like an arm of like a kind of exo, not even like a fully, but like this thing's dented the fuck, but it's like it is relatively a whole shape.
Is it alive?
Kind of going back to your Arcana check and understanding these things and the mix within the bit, I'm gonna say this is so far advanced.
I don't know.
You would have, that would have been a crazy check. You would have
Yeah.
had to at this point. This is like a 25-30 check, based on. But now you've been exposed to this thing and been like, you can't get it out of your head. It's just such a bizarre alien thing. It's literally like you've discovered like dinosaurs, but like the reverse, because it's so advanced in nature. And it's worth saying, just as everybody at home in this world, these type of things are not a common thing in this world. Sort of any sort of these automaton looking things, they're not really a thing that exists in this world that our game is based in. It is literally finding a transformer.
What's in disguise?
We already have
Well, it was in the
vehicles.
ground, not in disguise. It was in the ground.
Yeah.
Well,
He was trying to do a ghillie suit thing, but he failed.
What are the chances I could take a look at it again?
You're asleep.
I thought so. Yeah.
you can take it in a while.
Yeah.
Let me. I'll tell you what you can do, Rob. Can you roll me a d4, please?
It's so far away. It's a 3.
Okay.
Is that how many bricks I get? Gold bricks.
Okay. Could you roll a d4 for me, please?
Is this how many gold bricks he gets?
Something like that. 4.
4. You got
3.
Okay. Okay.
Lots of gold bricks.
As you've been, and the others are sleeping, and you've been excavating this, and you're like just in awe of this thing. You do hear vehicle best described as like blood curdling screams.
Ooh.
Okay. So vehicle is.
Is your light? Would your light spell still be on?
Yeah.
Would you have cast it? What? How long is the
Oh,
casting time? on?
Good point. Do. Press the button, the thing comes up, and it says it doesn't have a time.
Great.
Oh.
As you see in the light,
I lied. It says 1 hour.
1 hour. I'm going to assume you recast it because it's at will.
Yes.
Yes. So you cast it before you went you sleep.
Yeah.
And I'll just say since you've been going through your watch, we'll say it's just about to end. As you see just revealed, there's a shine to this creature. Made of what looks like ice. And out of its body is icicles, spikes just everywhere on it, with a long tail which is also adorned with all these these sharp ice spikes, as it is kind of started going to town on the echo and goes, and looks at you, Runt, and goes, I have come for you. And then we're going to go to the break.
The bomb. Oh no!
Yes.
And we're all very much in the centre.
With its claws just kind of getting stuck into him, and then stops to look up at you as it noticed. Oops, looking straight at you. With intent. See you for part 2. Let's hope they don't die.
We'll be
See you again? No.
We'll be fine.
Fine. See you in the next one. Like, subscribe. Do it.
Two in unison there.
Wherein is lost in the firing maze, smoke rising up in